I'm Joe Netherworld. I'm here with your daily tarot card reading for Thursday, November 21st, 2013. With that out of the way, I swear, calendars are my enemy. Anyway, it's been an interesting month, and I've been enjoying doing our readings, and it's been a lot about introspection, and not too much going on with major forces that are not out of our control. So it's an interesting month. November is usually a quiet month, and the cards are playing out in that manner, that we're showing that it's more about us and how we're doing our lives than how our lives are being affected by radical outside forces. October, on the other hand, was a very busy month with all kinds of forces, the outside world creeping in and challenging us. I'm sure December will pick back up on that too, because something about the holiday time of the year and the end of the year and Yule coming to us soon, that it just, comes upon us, and just the outside world comes crashing through our doors. But for now, let's just deal with today. And I'm going to pull 3 cards, and they'll appear on our screen in front of my pheasants and skulls and such. And we'll see what we got going for today's reading. Our first card up is the Ace of Swords, which is the cutting card. It's about singularity. It's as a qualifier card, we'll show that we're gonna find one thing today that really is the main focus. It's not going to be a very esoteric day with lots of things going on. It's going to be one thing that cuts through everything else and makes today stand out for having one focus. But our main card for the day is the Four of Cups again. Nice to see again that this is coming up, because if the Four of Cups is returned, it's showing us very simply here that we have to cut through everything else to find out what that fourth cup is, what that missing cup is, what we need to either let go or what we need to acquire. The Four of Cups represents, we have these 3 cups in front of us, and there's a hand coming down, and it's got a cup in it. And it's a gift from heaven, or it's either being taken away from heaven. So it's very ambivalent, so we have to find out what this is about. But our main other qualifier card that qualifies the main card is the Juggler. The Two of Pentacles is about keeping your money in movement and keeping it in balance. And beyond, there's other cards that are more balancing cards. It's definitely more of a juggling card. And you might be wearing a hat that's bigger than your head. So it's about taking on responsibilities more than we can handle. And we try really hard to keep it juggling and keep it moving. When we have the Ace of Swords on the one side and the Two of Pentacles on the other, it's really about, you're going to have to let one of these things go. It's time to stop juggling so much and start balancing. So what today is showing us here is you're going to be confronted with some forces that are going to say, all right, you've been juggling, maybe you're juggling 2 romances, you're juggling 2 people, you're juggling 2 lives, 2 jobs, and that this is not working because you cannot give enough energy to the proper source here. And the Ace of Swords specifically shows, and two roses being split apart by the sword and the Ace of Swords. So I think what we're really getting at today is the end of duplicate relationships. If you've been juggling 2 different people in your life, it's going to end today. It has to end today, so either you end it today or it will end itself today. So keep that in mind when you're going through the day. If things seem troublesome, it's because they need to end. And if you don't end them, the universe will end them for you. So once you do end it, once you do find that balance and focus on what needs to be focused on, and find your singular source of energy, then you'll get the fourth cup, and the balance. If this is about taking away that fourth cup, though, you'll have to understand that it needs to go. That you've tried too far, too long, too hard to keep juggling, and you got to stop today. So be prepared. If it's better to prepare yourself for the loss as opposed to have it snatched out from underneath you. But it's going to start happening today. If it doesn't either climax and culminate today, it's going to be well established that today is the day that the juggling stops. So keep that in mind. Keep a fresh outlook as to why it has to end and what you're really losing. And you're not really losing, you're clearing your way to gain. So maybe you should understand that if you keep on juggling, it can't move forward. It'll just keep on going round and round and round in circles. So you can't live a life that way. You have to let progress happen. So today is when progress begins. Keep that in mind. Check in tomorrow's reading and see where we've gone to. But also, please comment in the comment section. I'm pointing out. I'm reaching out of the computer to touch your And comment down here in the comment section beneath the video, and you can let me know what's happened today, and send me some private messages, or contact me on Keen. You can talk to me directly, of course, through my service. So read all that stuff, comment at will, leave me some messages, and we'll pick this up again tomorrow, sometime a little after midnight, my usual time. But until then, you have a very magical day.